everybody. Welcome to another Sunday morning conversation. Today, my guest is Rachel Pedersen. She is the rep for Zealios. Zealios makes really awesome sunscreen for endurance athletes and triathletes. So, please do tune in for a little bit and hear about some high-class sunscreen that you should start using during the race. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Another day in the life. It's kind of hard rain out, so it's kind of, I don't want
Oh,
to,
no, I'm
I
sorry
don't,
to hear that.
I don't want to go for a run, so, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to get done.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, better days ahead, hopefully.
Yeah. I was listening to NPR earlier, and there was actually sunscreen news on there. I don't know if you heard about it, but
There's been a big recall of some major brands.
it said Johnson and Johnson. There's some reason there's a toxic chemical benzene in there.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually a carcinogen. I'm like actually just reading my uh yeah, we don't have that in Zealios sunscreen.
It's actually not supposed to be in there, period.
Yeah, yeah, not supposed to
Yeah.
be in their period. I believe it has something to do because it's with the spray sunscreen. I believe it has something to do with like the aerosol.
So speaking of your sunscreen, you don't have any sprays. Is there a reason why?
Yeah, kind of exactly what we've just been talking about is first off, the chemicals that you need to make the sunscreen aerosol aren't really great. We also just don't believe that, it applies evenly and does a great job of protecting your skin. And so we're pretty staunch in that we'll only have the liquid rub-on sun barrier sunscreen.
No, I mean, does it rub off easy? Like, if I go like this over my face during a race, am I gonna, feel like a burning sensation, or is it gonna?
No, so that's one of the best things about sun barrier. And can say this because I work for the company, but we hear it from a lot of our athletes as well, is that it's a clear formula and it doesn't run when you sweat. So it just stays on and it works and it doesn't run into your eyes. We hear it from a lot of our, Ironman athletes who are out there for 11 or 12 hours that they apply it in T1 and T2 and they're good to go for the rest of the day.
What if I'm doing a 70.3 and I only apply it before the swim, then I don't apply it the rest of the day? What's my coverage?
You're pretty good. So the best thing is that it has an 80-minute water resistance rating, which is one of the highest for the FDA. So what if you're doing a 70.3, the swim's 1.2 miles, you're spending, I don't know
30 to
what,
35 minutes for me.
30 to 35 minutes in the water. So you're covered there. I would say you're probably covered for the bike. And then I would put it on quickly in T2 for the run on any exposed areas.
Now, what made you guys want to come up with this product that is kind of geared towards endurance athletes?
Yeah. So our founder story is actually well, frankly, it's not as interesting as say like Picky Bars or another brand, but our two founders are ex-rugby players, so they're not even in the endurance sports world, and they kind of stumbled across this formula for really great zinc oxide sunscreen that dries clear. It doesn't give you kind of that white powdery coating. And they just decided to give it a go, and they discovered that the endurance sports world, specifically triathletes, this was the product that they needed and they had been looking for, something that was going to give you a higher amount of coverage that wouldn't come off in the water. It wasn't going to sting your eyes. You could put it on your face. It kind of checks all of those boxes for sunscreen product that other companies just weren't cutting it with.
And it's not greasy, right? Because I can't spray it. I have to apply it with my hands in transition. How does it? Everybody hates when you can't get sunscreen off your hands.
Yeah, nope, it's not greasy at all. In fact, one of our best-selling products, we have sunscreen or sun barrier that's in like little packets. It's just essentially the size of like a gel or something. And we find that that's just enough for kind of one application all over your body. And yeah, it doesn't leave a greasy sensation. I just did a big old run with it and like felt fine, didn't feel like I had any slime or anything on me, and just felt like a nice moisturized feeling.
What percentage of triathletes do you think use your product?
Oh, that is a good question. I don't know. I can't give you an answer to that because I don't have that market research. I know it's, I will tell you that our largest kind of area of customers is within that Ironman triathlon world. And then we also kind of hit the trail running community, the running community, and then just kind of like those adventure people as well.
So is that kind of enough to support profit and growth? Because, I mean, I'm not wearing sunscreen every month of the year. I use, during the winter, I'm covered. So, I mean, how does that affect
Yeah.
your business?
Yeah, I mean, we do very well. In fact, we still have quite a few people buying within those winter months, because then we kind of hit like the winter sports season. We also know that even though you're covered like with clothing, the sun's rays are still out there, so you still need to putting it on your face, your neck, your ears. Any skin that is exposed, still be putting on sunscreen even in those winter months. So yeah, we see people that are buying it year round, and we also people kind of train year round in different temperate areas of the world, and so it's easy for us to support them.
Now, who are your sponsored athletes? Do you have any that are competing in the Olympics or this
We
week?
have Jamie Brown is a para athlete, and he is part of our Zealios family, and he's competing in the Paralympics in the triathlete. So we're super stoked to have him. And then a lot of our other athletes in our fold are pro triathletes within the Ironman circuit. So Haley Chura, Heather Jackson, Lindsay Corbin, Paula Finlay, Eric Lagerstrom, a lot of Bend-based athletes, which is where we are based as well, are in the Zealios fold.
So does Zealios have any plans for expansion as in product line, or I guess in any business sense? Do you plan on keep expanding, or are you kind of satisfied with what you have?
Yeah, I mean, our ultimate goal is to, keep adding to our product line. We have just had a meeting yesterday to talk about kind of what products are in the hopper for 2022. We ultimately, want to make sure that whatever kind of personal care products endurance athletes are using, that we can, have you covered from a Zealios product, because we love our brand, we love our products. We know a lot of people trust our products. And so we want to keep expanding as much as we can.
Now, do you plan on having like a marketing initiative, like a ambassadors or some kind of team at some point?
Yeah, that's been in discussion. We're a small but mighty team. So there are 5 of us. And so, we do as much as we can with what we have. And that's always been one of our future goals, kind of once we have more manpower, is to open up kind of an ambassador program. Again, we have so many fans, and we want to try to, harness their power, but also show them love for supporting us.
So where are all your products available?
They are available online, so teamzealios.com, and then they're available on Amazon as well. And then we have on our website, there's a tab that says where to find Zealios, and that's where it shows where all of our retail shops that sell our products. So a lot of bike shops, a lot of swim shops, some local running stores. So that's kind of all over the country. You can find what retail stores have us. And if they don't, you can always request your retailer to contact us.
Yeah, there's a few that I know that do carry it. Well, that's really all I wanted to ask you today. I appreciate
Oh,
you coming on.
awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, Eric. Thanks for chatting with us and thanks for supporting Zealios.
Well, I'm just going to stop it there. But uh, like, if you want to run an ambassador program, I currently work with Tats doing it part time, and I can help you guys out.
Oh, good to know. Yeah, again, that's something that we have been talking about and just trying to kind of figure out what our 2022 plans are. So I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have like, I think 40 ambassadors, and that's just generates content. They're always posting their race photos or this and that. It's just how it works with any company. Your ambassadors generate content. And it's not like a whole lot of money goes into it, because it's just essentially like you would be giving free sunscreen, just like they're giving free tattoos. And it's a business expense, so it's tax deductible.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And
It's
most
no, it's something
and with
we've
team
always been
kits,
talking about.
yeah, and with team kits, they always I mean, it's usually on the people to buy them, unless you're on one of those really elite teams like Everyman Jack. You typically buy your own kit if you're doing that. Not every team
Right.
ambassadors do that. So
Right, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's definitely something we want to figure out for the coming year.
yeah, like I said, I'll throw my hat in the ring, but and that's only I can only do that kind of thing because technically I'm disabled. I got hit by a Tahoe on my bike, so I just do stuff part time for people. Works
Right,
out.
right, right. Where are you based out of, Eric?
Atlanta, so I can catch a flight anywhere.
Well, it's yeah, oh my gosh, easier than flying in and out of Bend. It's difficult to get off of the island of Bend.
Yeah, you're not on the coast. You're like in the mountains.
Yep, we're Central Oregon, so we're about 3 hours away from Portland and then like 6 hours away from the coast.
Yeah, and you guys are I mean, Bend is growing pretty fast.
It is blowing up. It is, I moved here 3 years ago, and it's even from 3 years ago, it's not the same town that I remember. It's crazy how quickly it's growing.
And a lot of pros are moving out there, like Jesse Thomas, Heather Jackson. I forget what.
Yeah, I mean, it's great training grounds. Like you have, I mean, you're at elevation. I mean, it's a community that really supports endurance athletes. There's great spots for training. So I can see why they're moving out here.
Yeah, I thought like if I ever left Atlanta, maybe Bend.
It's great.
So
It's expensive, but it's great.
Atlanta's not all that expensive. I kind of judge cost of living by what a pack of cigarettes cost for people. I mean, because if you go to New York, it's like, I don't remember the last time it was like $15 because of all the taxes. But in Atlanta, where they don't, it's a red state, and they don't care as much. It's like $5.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what a pack of cigarettes costs here. I have no idea.
Yeah, once upon a time I smoked, which is weird how I became a triathlete, right? Quit smoking, and then I picked up another addiction.
Yeah, I feel like that's common. You replace one thing with another.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, Rachel. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Share a link when it's ready. We'd love to share on
Yeah,
our
yeah,
channel.
definitely. It'll probably be a couple of months just because I've got a race like every 2 weeks.
Oh, no
So,
worries.
oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. But all right, thank you.
All right, have a great day.